Mazda CX-30, a Chevy Blazer from Ontario, Dharma 913 instead of Darm. So also we have black, white, and gray. I thought it was a Michigan car, so I recently, I'm always hustling for work in the editorial field, writing and so forth and so on, and I applied to a company that hires remotely in Michigan. So at first when I saw the Blazer, I thought it was a Michigan car, but Ontario, close enough. Canada, Michigan, I mean, what's the difference, you know? Anyway, when I think of Blazers, I remember these shoes that were called, were they called All Out Blaze? Anyway, Eagles home opener tonight, and it shows everybody's wearing shirts, they're grilling, they're coming in to the city and so forth and so on, tailgaters and all that. I, on the other hand, walking north. I need to run a quick errand. So that's it. Stay happy, Philly, it says on Nordstrom Rack, and I think that's funny because happy, you know, not to be a downer. Happy is not what I would describe Philly as being. Happy to me is like surfing off the California coast, or, you know, in healthy land where all the organic, you know, foodies are. I guess happy would be more drug related for Philly. That's the only way to get happy in Philly, you know, maybe. Sadly, it's become sort of just the culture and lifestyle, and I don't know what to say. You know, it's technically, there are puppet masters, dare I say, who can make things acceptable that you never thought would be acceptable to you. I'm well aware of this because of dog walking. I sort of wound up stuck in dog walking, and I couldn't figure out how to get out of it. So I experienced something really bizarre that started in 2011. But I will say this, there are people who can make things seem acceptable that you might not have accepted in your life before, like a lesser apartment, lesser income. Now, on the other hand, you know, there's the idea or the philosophy of, you know, there are plenty of people who leave high-paying jobs for a different type of job simply because, you know, their job was so god-awful, and they just need to feel happy and, you know, and, you know, not have the stress of whatever. What's going on here? Yeah. Okay. All right, so, anyway, should I go this way? Okay. So there's that, but there's another side to that. There's a downward slope, and I know it happens to people's brains, and they keep accepting less, keep accepting less, keep accepting less, and then adding to that would be just sort of the, you know, oppression of other people's mentalities. All you need are people who sort of minimize your struggles or your reasons for coping in life, coping a certain way in life, and it just makes it that much worse. In a way, they become blockers, and then other things become more acceptable. I'll just, you know, I will rent a room in a house. I will, you know, I will, down to the point where you're sharing bedrooms with other people in a house. We have truck enforcement. I'm not really sure. You know, we have a big bus at the Westin. I'm not really sure what's going on other than the game opener. So I don't even know who they're playing. Who are they playing? I don't know. I just saw a video of someone walking around West Palm Beach, Florida, and they're rooting for the Eagles down there. They're like, fly, Eagles, fly. But I was wondering if the guy, the YouTuber, Florida 4K, he's a Florida person, was wearing an Eagles shirt, and they responded in kind, per se. So, oh, she wanted the other one. Okay. There's City Hall, all the way down there. You can kind of see it. So, anyway. because of all the activity, of course, with the second attempt on Trump yesterday and the West Palm Beach County or Martin County, I think they said, you know, even though it's really Palm Beach area. I guess, you know, people are on high alert in general. Like, how many attempts do you make on someone? Like, usually you hear of one attempt and then that's it. You know, Ronald Reagan, Kennedy, of course, resulted in death. And was there another Kennedy who was shot at? Or anyway, the Kennedys are experts of being victims of people shooting, so I'm not really sure why. But of course, John F. Kennedy, 11/22/63. A liberal Catholic, and very likable as a person, an excellent speaker, so he had a way with words and engaging people. It's very hard to have that. I think he probably had a Harvard education and law degree, so that's the difference. You know, he would be highly educated in the use of language. So I want to go over there, but I could I want to go west here, but I'm trying to figure out light-wise which way to go. Local 130. So, we'll go in a second here. There's the dash on. So should be busy a little bit, you know, with the game tonight. So flowers in the house. So anyway, it's possible between the game and all the activity out there in the world, a pipeline on fire in Houston, Texas. They think it's crude oil from what I heard, not like gas, you know. So here's a lot of Academy buses down here. All right, well, Falcons vehicle. Oh, so we must be playing the Falcons, right, 6822. It's funny because I thought of the Falcons yesterday because a relative of mine and his family, wife and 2 daughters, were at the Subaru Park, or the Union Stadium, where the Union soccer team plays. The thing is, there's a soccer team in Philly called the Falcons, but I think it's the LGBT team. So speaking of LGBT, back in 2011-12 or so, they were scheduled to go to Cologne, Germany, Cologne, Germany, for what's called the Gay Games. It would be like kind of the equivalent of the Olympics, you know. And in 2010, I was like, maybe I could, you know, work my way up financially and be able to go with everybody. I was in a running group and everything, dragon boat race team and stuff like that. So, but my life changed on a dime in 2011, so that was out the door. But something went on in Cologne today because I saw a headline. It's, you know, it would be bad news, like something not cool happened in Cologne, Germany today. Or for them it would be yesterday. They're already into the evening, creeping up on Tuesday. For them it would have been Monday. I'll look it up. I guess they've installed all these poles and stuff all up on the sidewalk in case there's any activity. They prepped for this, I think, you know, like 6 months ago, or almost close to a year ago. They started putting those poles in here at Comcast.